Hey guys, today I'll be doing an unboxing, review and install video of this wireless camera system. This is made by SZFXT, but this camera system is not just for backing up your vehicle or as a backup camera. You can add a second camera, so you can do it as a dash cam if you want. You can record your videos, of course, but it's also made for you to use on your hauling trailer, or you're hauling a trailer with a load on it, so you can have a dual camera system on it, so you can do one when you're reversing and then one for you to be able to view your load as you're driving. So that is the nice thing about it, that you can view the cameras as you drive. So I'll show you how to wire your camera, so you're able to do that. Otherwise, this kit includes everything. This is the FX11F model, as you can see there. So it includes one camera and of course the display monitor. Also includes the mounting hardware for you to use up on your dash through the section mount on your windshield, and then of course all the power connections for it. Alright, so here's the unit here. We'll just unbox it. So you'll get your manual here, along with an illustration of the different type of products that they carry. You'll see the 5-inch monitor here. This one's the 5-inch, so I believe they do carry different sizes. On the top there you'll see some of the buttons to operate it. There's the SD card slot input. There is the threaded antenna for there, and then just a single wire for the power. It's a little 4-pin connector, and then the bracket mounting for the back here. Then we'll go here. This will be the mount for the windshield. So there's that. It is telescopic, so you can extend it out. And then the head rotates, of course, so you can set it to whichever angle you want. And so this was what will go to the back of the unit and then hold it in place. So that's that. Of course, this will turn so you can angle it to whichever angle you need to. This side. They include some wiring connections here. I won't go through everything, but there's a different type of bracket depending on where you'll be mounting it to. Has some T-taps and some, this one, that should be the antenna here. The antenna is in there for the monitor. T-taps, as I said, some zip ties and a bracket. So that's the hardware there. Then there is the camera. There's a nice size bracket on here, but of course you can remove it. There's a couple of screws on the side, on each side, so you can move it from this bracket and move it to the other one they provide, depending on your where you're mounting it to. And of course you can angle the camera here and there. So that's the camera there. Two power cables. Then there's the this one here is the cigarette lighter for the monitor itself. So there's the male plug, cigarette lighter, and it does have a USB output as well, so you can plug this in and then plug in anything to charge your phone or anything else. So that's what everything comes in, as well as this adhesive little back piece here for the bracket. Otherwise, that's everything that it includes. Alright, so let's set up the monitor here in the vehicle. So we got our windshield mount here. So set the front here to the angle that you want it, and then tighten it to place. Then you can also move it back or forward as you need to. So mine's as extended out. And then when I get the monitor here, mount it on the back side, so these tabs will line up. So put them at the bottom and then slide it up till it locks there. So once you have it locked into place, set up the monitor where you want it. Mine will probably sit here just to test it out, so we'll leave it there. There's our power cable. Then the other end will go on the one that goes to the cigarette lighter. Mine is just above my shifter here, so it's already plugged in. And this one will only go one way. There's an arrow here, and there's a small notch, and you have to light those up and just push it in, and that's it. Last thing is our little antenna. Get a little antenna, it will thread on the top here. And just do it finger tight, should be fine. So for now I'll just let it sit there. It's plugged in. So that's how you do it. Alright, so now let's get the camera mounted. There's our camera. Has a nice back plate to it. So mine should be able to sit at the top here without any issues. You can also put it at the bottom there if you need to. Now we'll be wiring this camera. So there's the harness for it, black and red. Red is your 12 volt power, black is your ground. Now I'll be wiring mine to the license plate lights. The reason we'll be doing that is that you're able to turn the camera on and off with your headlight switch. Main reason for doing that is if you're holding a trailer, you have a fifth wheel, you want to be able to see your camera and what's behind you at all times, even while you're driving. You can use your headlight switch as your turn on switch. If you wire it up straight to your backup lights or your reverse lights, that means you're only going to get the power to the camera when you are in reverse. So this is the best way to do it, so you can actually see what's behind you again, or be able to see your camera at any given time by using your parking switch lights. So anyways, I'll take this off and we'll get the camera mounted. Okay, so one change I've had to make for mine is I'll be flipping my camera over. So I'm going to have it facing this way, and I'm going to be mounting it at the bottom side of the license plate. The reason for that is, for mine, is if I do it this way, the camera here, you can see here, doesn't sit at the top of the bracket, it sits up higher. So by doing that, it hits the top of my bumper here, so I cannot line up the holes properly. So I've gone and flip mine over, and I'll have it sitting at the bottom here. So hopefully yours won't have that issue, but anyways, I'll make mine work. I'm mounted to my license plate now, and then we'll screw it on. And so we got the camera mounted of the two wires here. We'll need to set up before I finish it off. I should say or mention that they include this extra bracket here, so depending on your vehicle, your application, they include a second bracket. As well as include the hardware, some zip ties for you to tap into the wires. So what you do, so they include these what they call T-taps. All you got to do is place it over one. You grab the wire from the camera, put it onto the next one, close it up, and that will tap into the wire without having to cut it or do anything else. So they're easy to use. I'm not sure if I want to use this or if I want to solder it. I'll decide later on. But anyways, they do include all that, so if you want to use that. So let's put that away. And so one way, if you want to find out which wire is your positive and which your negative, take a multimeter, put the tap on one, turn your park light on. If it gets 12 volts, I mean that's your positive. If it's getting 0, then that's your negative. And then test both to make sure, and then that's how you can find out which is which. I put mine in just in there for now, so I can test that out first. So let's go check it, and then we'll finish it off. So we got the camera all wired up, so now we can test it out. I got my park lights on, so let's turn the key over. So there's the camera, quick connection there. Top left hand side has a blue LED, meaning there's connection to it. Shows you number 1, which is camera input number 1, and shows your connectivity bars. So I have about 7 bars, so that's really good connection. Now to change that, so if you have 2 cameras, which you can do again, and I hit the middle button here, and there's camera number 2, which we don't have, and it does a split screen as well. So you can do a split screen of both cameras if you want, or you can go back to your single one. Now depending where you mount your camera, what it does allow you to do is one, be able to see the grid lines if you're backing up, but also change the view of the camera itself. So there's a more right side view of the camera, and you can also flip the view of it. So depending where you mount your camera, you're not stuck having to only, you know, have it looking one way, because you can actually flip the view of it on here, which is great. Then after that, you can go through your settings, and then there's a DVR built into it, of course. So put in an SD card on it, and you're able to record any video of your cameras. Let's say if you want to do a dash cam, for example, you mount it up on your windshield or inside your vehicle facing frontways, and you can record to the SD card. And of course, you should be able to record any video of either camera, for example. And then again, the best thing about plugging this in or wiring it to your park lights is that you can turn the camera on and off as you want. So you can be driving down the road and still be able to see what's behind you, or be able to see your cameras at any given time. So right now, if I turn my park lights off, it'll shut the camera off. There you go, there's no camera now. Now if I want to be driving and be able to see it, I turn it on and there's the camera again. So that's the best way to do it for wiring up your camera, so you're able to see or be able to view them at any given time. So again, there's the monitor. This is the FX11F kit, so it includes the monitor, the single camera, the mounting suction cup for your windshield, and all the hardware needed for you to wire it up. Definitely check them out. I'll post in the description down below this specific link, as well as their website, so you want to check them out. They do have different cameras and monitors for what you may need, so definitely check them out. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Thanks for watching.